everyone, this is Dina at Wimberley's Roots again, and I am going to show you how to start seeds in your own mini greenhouse kit. You'll be getting something that looks a lot like this, and what you're going to do is open up the clamshell and you will find a bag of soil, seeds, various packets of seeds depending on what you've chosen, and then also these containers for what you'll be planting the seedlings in once they grow. So the first thing you're going to do is you're going to open up your container, and you are going to need a hammer and a nail so that you can punch holes in the bottom of your container. If you're wondering why you need to punch holes in the container, it's for water drainage. So as much as plants need water to grow, too much water can prevent that. So it's really important, even outside in the garden, that you have good drainage within the soil. So just like with this mini greenhouse, we're going to punch some holes to make sure that any excess water drains out and the seeds don't drown or the roots don't get oversaturated. So I'm going to take a hammer and nail and carefully punch a few holes, maybe about 20 or so holes throughout the container, just like that. As you can see, now I've got holes in the bottom of my container that are big enough for the water to drain properly. The next thing you're going to do is you're going to open your bag of soil and empty it into your container. Being careful not to spill, which it's okay since I'm outside, but you want to keep that in the container. So I'm just going to dump that and make sure that I spread it evenly and create a nice flat surface for the seeds to grow. Now again, also be careful to not compact the soil yet, not until after you've planted the seeds. So don't press too hard, but again, make sure that the surface is flat. So there are different ways that you can plant your seeds. You can make a hole in the soil, you can sprinkle them or scatter them throughout the soil. You can also, something I really like to do is I like using a pencil to make a mini furrow, which is basically just a shallow trench for the seeds to be dropped into. So I've got two different kinds of seeds. I've got a tomato and a sweet pepper. It doesn't necessarily matter how you plant the seed, it's more important that the seeds have a good amount of spacing throughout your area. So just make sure everything's evenly spaced no matter what you do. But what I'm going to do is make 4 trenches with my pencil, so I kind of just create those indentions in the soil. So I'm going to do my first 2 rows with tomatoes and my next 2 rows with peppers. So I'm going to open my seed packet. Okay, so I've got about 8 seeds. So I'm just going to do 4 seeds in each row, and again, making sure that they're evenly spaced. And then here I have quite a few more. So I'll probably do maybe 6 per row. So again, just kind of look at how many seeds you have, also how big they are. That tells you how deep and how far apart to space them. So once all the seeds are dropped in, and I have just a few more left, so I'll just kind of sprinkle them in. You're just going to gently cover them up with your fingertips, just like that. And then once they're all covered up, this is when you can kind of gently pat them into the soil. You want to make sure that the soil is moist. And then, in order for your seeds to germinate quickly, you can close your lid, but don't completely seal it off. Allow for a little bit of airflow, but over the next few days, you'll watch condensation start to build on the top of the tray. So that is what is helping to keep your soil even more moist. and also keeping the lid closed will keep it warmer, which will allow the soil to warm up and for the seeds to germinate. And especially when you're planting things like tomatoes and peppers, they love really warm soil. So this kind of little mini greenhouse is perfect for germinating those warm and even hot loving seeds. So what you're going to want to do once you've planted them, you're going to want to find a sunny spot in your house to place your mini greenhouse. Now you can place them somewhere outside, but just be aware of how much sun they're getting, because it could heat up really fast. I know that with the greenhouse, it's surprising even in the middle of the winter how warm they can get. So you don't want to overheat your seedlings. So if you have a nice sunny spot in your house, that's the ideal place. But if you need to put it on a deck or a porch somewhere, that could also work. Just check on your seeds at least twice a day, see how they're doing, see if they need any water. And within a few days or a week, you might start seeing some seeds popping up. I'm going to go ahead and plant these other ones just so you can see different ways for planting seeds. So for the zucchini and the squash, you don't have to necessarily make a furrow. And again, you could do this with anything, but just to show you different ways of doing it. But with the beans, now these are huge seeds, so they're gonna need a lot of room. Beans, squash, and zucchini also germinate very quickly and grow really quickly. So I'm gonna do this just by making some holes with my pinky, just like that. Dropping those seeds in just like that, and cover them up. So again, the key is kind of knowing how many seeds you have, knowing how big those plants are gonna get, and making sure everything's spaced evenly and has room. So the same with the squash, I'm gonna kind of make a little diagonal row. Drop them in. And then for the flowers, I would probably do the same thing that I did with the tomatoes. These are actually marigold seeds, so I'm gonna sprinkle those in the furrow that I made. These seeds are really cool looking. They don't even really look like seeds to me, but that's what's fun about growing plants from seed, is seeing the variety of seeds that every plant makes. And then I'll just do the same for the zinnia and the sunflowers. And again, you can plant all of your seeds in this one container if you want to. You can save some of them and plant them for a second round. That's up to you. And then the last one is a mix of different sunflowers. And then again, so it's just like planting a row in your garden, but on a miniature micro scale. And again, I'm gonna cover up those furrows. And then the last one that I'm gonna show you is the microgreen mix. And so I'm gonna do something a little bit differently with these seeds. Instead of making furrows or little holes, I'm just gonna sprinkle them all over the container. So this it's harder to keep things spaced evenly, which is why I don't recommend it for anything that ultimately is gonna come out of its container, because it'll be harder to separate them and transplant them. But for here, you're gonna be growing them and harvesting from here, so it doesn't matter as much. So your microgreen mix comes with a variety of different seeds, including different kinds of brassicas, which are things like broccoli and cabbage and kale and turnips. But then there's also some other seeds mixed in here, such as beets, Swiss chard, purple basil, and fennel, which I think that's gonna be really pretty because that'll provide a lot of different colors to the microgreens. So I'm gonna take that and just sprinkle the seeds throughout and try to get every area covered with seeds. So on a larger scale, this would be called broadcasting your seeds. So don't pour all your soil out at once. Leave a little bit behind, and then you can kind of sprinkle it on top make sure that you cover everything. Do not pour too much water in there. All right, so that is the first step of starting your mini greenhouse, and I hope that you'll stay tuned to our next videos that will show you what you should be looking for seed germination, and also what to do when you are ready to move your plants or your seedlings either into larger containers or into the garden. So please continue to follow us on the website and on YouTube for the next steps of starting your own mini greenhouse. Thanks for following and good luck.